So when sheathing this, you know, these don't have to be perfect. Obviously, if you can see what I'm doing. Because you're going to sand this all down later. And you're going to put filler in here. You know, your edges don't have to be perfect because you're going to sand all your edges down. And you're going to smooth everything out, sand everything out, and then you're going to fill it. So, you know, if you got a little bit of a raise right here, something sticking up, or, you know, you got a little bit of a gap or whatever, don't stress about it. Just roll with it, and you're going to fix it later. This model has gone together for me so fast. It's really, it's amazing. I think I've got, I don't know, 10, 12 hours on it, and I think I'm just about ready to start finishing this up. Next, I gotta put the wing bolt doublers in, sand the wing down, place it on the fuse and get it aligned, drill the holes for the wing bolts, finish sheathing it, work on the some of the rounds, I guess, rounded features of the fuselage and the wing, tail feathers. Then the stringers, landing gear. There's still a lot to do, but this thing has gone by so quick, and just so much faster than the smoothie. And I don't know how much that had to do with the smoothie being larger, or if it had more to do with that being the first plane build that I did. And this has gone by better, quicker, because it's the second. So anyway, I bought a motor for this thing, and it's going to be here, I think, sometime between the 10th and the 15th, I think they said, which is next week for me right now. It's a Sato FA62. It came highly recommended from AI, but you know, I just don't blindly follow whatever AI says. I did do some research, and it does look like a perfect fit for this plane. You know, it's going to have plenty of power, but not be overpowered. You know, so takeoffs are going to be good. It's going to have good vertical climbs. Without, you know, flying like a rocket. So I'm good with that. And being a Sato, you know it's going to run good, and you know it's going to sound good. So I'm kind of excited about that. I actually bought two Sato FA62s because I've got another plane coming today that motor's a perfect fit for as well. It's a Phoenix model 1/7 scale P-51 Mustang. There's a guy on YouTube that has one, and I believe it doesn't say, but it looks like he's flying it with an FA62 as well. And it sounds really good. So I do have an Aceto motor in my collection. I've got my PT-17 Mustang, or PT-17 Fairchild from Hangar 9 has Aceto 120 in it. That engine's been sitting for God only knows how long. I mean, you can tell by looking at it that this plane's just been sitting for a long, long time. I bought it used, of course. And that thing fired up on the first try. Fired up after the first try, after sitting. I mean, you'd think it sat for 10 years looking at it. I'm just like, I mean, that's impressive. But, and the way it smelled, the way the motor smelled when it was fired up for the first time after a very, very long time, you could tell that the guy used some oil in the plane. I got some over there. I can't remember what it's called. You know, you put after run. I think it's like after run oil. It's called. So it keeps your carburetor and engine from gumming up after sitting for so long. But yeah, fired up the first try, and it sounds great. It has plenty of power. It's a good plane. I can't wait to get it out again this year. I only flew it once last year, and I think I was so shocked that it flew that I really didn't, put a good flight in on it. So and I had a bad landing, so as usual. But what I'm going to do is, I've repaired the landing gear, and when I get it out this year, I'm gonna give it a better run and see how she flies. Oops, damn it. It's a nice thing about working with thick CA here is that you've got a few minutes to get this thing aligned. I do have a bit of a gap here. I don't know if you can see it on screen, but I'm gonna fill it with some thick CA. It's not that big a deal, again, because you're going to go over here and you're going to sand everything. I forgot to trim this one a little short. So what? Sandpaper will take care of that in just a couple seconds. So, don't stress about stuff like this. Oops. Okay. So I have another PT-17 Fairchild. It's a Dynaflight. So it was a stick kit, and stick kit's 30 years old. I think probably they quit making them probably in the 90s. I don't know for sure, but I got an OS 120AX, which is a good running motor. It really is a good running motor. It's a Glow 2-stroke, and it's a good running motor. So that's going in there. That plane is gonna fly this year. Not sure when exactly I'm gonna get that thing up, but it's coming soon. It's got an 89-inch wingspan. It's quite large plane. I'm sure it'd be nice to put a nice 4-stroke in it, or something, but my goal is just to get it flying. It's not going to be a daily flyer by any stretch of the imagination, something that big. I'm not carting out to the field every weekend. But, the OS 120AX is half the price of anything else, any other, like a Aceto or something to put in it, so. Alright, well, I think I'm done for now. Sand blew off my fingers. Knocked some of the high spots off. It's looking good. It's really straight. It's got, you know, it's concave, so it's kind of cool how that's worked out, you know. It was built into the model, so it was effortless to get that in there, you know. Now I just have to sand it. But we're getting there. You can see where I left that long, but that's no big deal at all. I mean, so as I was just saying earlier, I had ordered an FA-62 for this plane, and unfortunately, I just received notification that that order was canceled because that motor is not currently available until at least, I think they said April. So I may finish this plane, probably not, but I may finish this plane before the motor's available. I did just order a FA-125, and I'm going to try to fit it into my Great Plains revolver. I currently have an OS65AX in it. But I'm going to take that motor out, and I'm going to put that motor into my P51 Mustang from Phoenix Models. It's a 1/7 scale P51. So the 125 technically is probably going to be a little bit large. It's definitely larger than what's recommended for the Great Plains revolver, but if I can make that fit, that is going to give that Great Plains revolver all kinds of power. And if I can get the 65AX, OS65AX to fit into the P51 Mustang 1/7 scale, then that'll give that one tons of power as well. So, and that O60 or the OS65AX is technically larger than the recommended motor size for the P51 Mustang as well. So if I can get those to fit, it certainly will give us a little extra power. My better judgment is telling me to reinforce this area here. Now I had bought this extra piece of 1/4 by 3/8 by 30 separate from the model, so it was extra, so I can take a piece off of it and just put it right here. You know, just don't grab a piece of wood out of your model and start hacking on it, and you'll end up short somewhere else down the road. I don't know if this is necessary, but it's not going to hurt anything, and this weighs nothing. A little extra strength right there where those screws are going to tighten this wing down. It's probably not a bad idea, especially the way I fly. Okay, should be good to go. Now I have to sand this down, so I can't imagine you guys want to watch that, but I'll do a time lapse on it. We'll see how it goes.